I'm working on installing the seat mount points, and here's the instruction page. It's a Lancair IV project, and I'm going to be discussing how I work with carbon fiberglass. You can see they're specifying a 2-bid pattern to reinforce this triangular bracket that's on either side. It turns out the bracket is going to be need to be 4 inches long because the width of this shear panel was not included in those calculations. So I made a pattern that to cut the carbon fiberglass out of, and I use a here it is. I use a cutting wheel like this, and I back it up with a piece of plastic, and here's the carbon fiberglass, and I make sure that these bends, this is going to be a bend line here. The fiberglass or carbon glass is going to be on the bias. In other words, the fabric is going to run this way and this way, perpendicular to the hypotenuse. So I have some of those cut here, 2 for each side, and what I do is, see, we can see this, put this on a piece of plastic that you can see through over a piece of a towel, just paper towel, and I take and wet that out. I just had a so wet it out on the piece of clear flexible plastic. Then here goes the second piece. Now I also have pieces of Dacron cut to apply over these pieces once I get them in position. And what the Dacron does, some of you may know, of course, is it soaks up additional epoxy, so that you're not, additional epoxy does not make a fiberglass layup stronger at all. It just adds weight. So this will soak up additional epoxy on the surface, and when you peel it off, it leaves smoother edges so you don't get the splinters, and it also leaves a surface to attach something else to. It's a uniform surface, and you don't need to sand it, although I do a little bit. Now I have folded the plastic over here, and I have this roller, this steel roller, and I'm rolling out the excess epoxy. You can see all the excess epoxy came out here on the edges. Now I use a old pair of sharp scissors, and I trim the edges. Now this keeps the layup to being nice, and you don't have ragged pieces of carbon sticking out that are sharp. You have a nice nice piece here ready to go. And so now when I lay it up, I just peel one of the sides off. I pre-bend this so there's a bit of a crease, and the carbon glass will know, where it needs to bend when I put it up in that corner.